Shocking face screaming in fear, Taeyong breaks shippers' hearts with unexpected relationship news. We will break it all down for you. But before we continue, please take a minute of your time to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell for more updates. The truth is finally revealed. Taehyung admits to having a new girlfriend. Who is she? In a world full of highlights, the lives of BTS members are always in the public eye. Behind the sparkling stage, their personal lives sometimes give unexpected surprises. One of the moments that shook not only BTS fans but also fellow members was the event involving Taeyong, or better known as V, and his father. What really happened between Jungkook and Tun's father to make Jungkook gape a surprise that brings a surprise deeper than it seems to the eye. The story begins with a moment that happened behind the scenes away from the camera on an occasion where BTS members gathered after a big concert in Seoul. Jungkook and Taeyong, two of the 7 members who have a close bond, planned a time to take a break and spend some time together. As fellow members who grew up together in the group, the two often shared personal stories and experiences. However, what happened this time was an event they had never imagined before. First, everything seems ordinary. The BTS members gathered in the hotel's lounge, enjoyed a light meal, and chatted about their activities. However, just then things take a strange turn when Tun's father suddenly comes to visit them unannounced. Jungkook, who previously only knew Tun's father through stories from his friends, couldn't hide his surprise when he saw a different figure than he imagined. Tun's father, who is known for his very friendly and humble attitude, has always been a respected figure by Taeyong and his family. However, for Jungkook, this meeting brought an unexpected experience. Jungkook is someone who is rarely surprised by new encounters or events, but this encounter really shook his mind. When Tun's father talks about his extraordinary life experience, it not only touches Jungkook's heart but also opens up new thoughts for him about life and the meaning of struggle. Tun's father is not a figure known only as the parent of a famous idol, but more than that, he is an individual who has an incredible life journey and full of twists and turns. His story is not only about pride and his son, but also about the sacrifices he has made to achieve success. While talking passionately about his past life, Tun's father fascinates Jungkook even more with the way he sees the world. In the middle of the conversation, Tun's father begins to tell him about the difficult times he went through as a young man. As a man born and raised in a small village, Tun's father had to go through many obstacles and difficulties before finally reaching the position he now enjoys. What strikes Jungkook is the way Tun's father describes his sacrifices with pride, but also with incredible simplicity. In fact, there are times when Tun's father reveals how he has to work hard at various heavy jobs to provide for his family. However, despite the difficulties, he always retained the belief that everything can be achieved with perseverance and strong self-confidence. For Jungkook, who grew up in a very different environment, this story is very touching and eye-opening. He is surprised to hear how Tun's father sincerely shares his views on life and what family means to him in a hectic world of entertainment that is often full of pressure. Tun's father teaches that the most important thing in life is not extraordinary achievements or fame, but rather how a person remains true to himself and loves those closest to him. As it turns out, this conversation not only affected Jungkook, but also provided a new perspective for all BTS members. They who have gone through many challenges together begin to feel how much every moment with our family and loved ones means. Tun's father inspired not only Jungkook, but the rest of BTS with his profound wisdom. Jungkook, who is usually known as a cheerful and energetic person, looks very impressed with the messages delivered by Tun's father. In fact, Jungkook occasionally gawked listening to such meaningful stories. For him, this encounter was a rewarding experience, one that gave him a deeper understanding of life and values that are often forgotten in a world filled with media spotlight and instant success. However, surprises don't just come from Tun's father's story. As they sit down to dinner together, Tun's father reveals something that really surprises Jungkook. In the middle of a casual conversation, Tun's father suddenly pulls out an old book that turns out to be his diary written during his youth. The book contains stories of his struggles, including small achievements that he never told anyone about. In the book, there is an account of how Tun's father always tried to be a better person, even though the world didn't always support him. The moment seemed to give Jungkook a new perspective on the importance of writing and recording life's journey, not only for himself, but also for future generations. Jungkook was stunned for a moment as he read some parts of the diary. The simple but meaningful stories written in it inspire her to better appreciate every moment of her life. Taehyung's father's diary became a symbol of how important it is to remain humble even at the peak of success. It was a lesson Jungkook will always remember. As the meeting ended, Jungkook felt deeply inspired and realized that life doesn't always have to be viewed through the lens of popularity and fame. Behind all the glitz and glitter of the entertainment world, there are deeper values that are sometimes forgotten. Taehyung's father manages to remind Jungkook of the importance of sticking to principles, working hard with dedication, and most importantly, always loving family. Over the next few days, Jungkook, often recalled, can continue to develop happily and healthfully. On the other hand, there are also fans who feel disappointed or worried. They may feel that an idol's personal relationship can change the dynamic between fans and idols, especially when the idol has long maintained their privacy. However, it is also an important reflection on how fans should respect their idol's life choices. As time goes on, it is hoped that fans can understand that even though they love and support Taeyong, he still has the right to live his personal life in a way that suits his wishes. For Taeyong himself, this decision probably came from the feeling that he was ready to face any consequences. Must also learn to respect the personal space of our idols and provide support without violating the boundaries of their privacy, because as Taeyong has expressed, happiness and peace in life is the right of every individual, even for those who live under a great spotlight like him. Taeyong's courage to share his life story may only be the beginning of more personal stories he will share in the future, but for sure this step shows that even though he is an idol, he is still a human being who deserves to enjoy his own happiness. Overall, this announcement sends an important message that fans and the wider public should value celebrities' personal lives more, and reminds us that happiness does not come from popularity or fame alone, but from a healthy balance between personal and professional life. Taeyong, with all his unique personality, shows us that we all deserve. Thank you for watching.